Hello, Haley Writers. It's Miss Nordenstam. I wanted to do something different this week with writing. Now that we're finishing up our unit on our personal narratives, I wanted to give you some ideas for how to fix up your sentences. I know some of you have finished beautiful stories and I love them. But what I want you to focus on this week is fixing sentences that may not look correct or look right on the paper. So let's go ahead and read this little chart that I made at home. It was sort of something we did earlier in the year, but it's a good reminder of things we can do for right now. So we have the Brave Spellers chart. So one thing I want you to focus on when you're doing your sentences, please don't worry about spelling every word correctly. Mom and Dad, it's okay if they don't spell the words correctly. Stretch it out. We're going to stretch it out and talk like a turtle. That's why I've got my turtles here today. My turtles, they are ready to help us. So when we're going to talk like a turtle, the reason I say that is we're going to read our sentences very carefully so that we see if we have any errors or not in it. So we will stretch it out and talk like a what? A turtle. You will use your tools at home. You may not have your word wall at home. You don't have it, that's okay. But you have your folders possibly with your words. We've sent home sight word list. You see words all around you in your home. Use those tools to help you spell some things. Don't give up. I know writing's hard and I understand how hard it can be, but please don't give up. So today I wrote a few sentences and we're gonna go over them and I'm gonna read them just like a turtle would as it goes very slowly. And it says, the stem helps the plant stand tall. Well, I feel like there's some errors in this story, in this sentence. And let me show you how I would fix them like we would in class together. So what do you notice about this first word, and the? Well, first of all, we have to look, the is not capitalized. The T, let's focus on that. T, H, E, the. Okay, I gotta make sure I have my finger spaces between each word. I think I did that there, but let's also look here. Stem, I see a capital S, a T, and an E, and then a lowercase m. Should I do that? Should I go back and forth in a sentence with capital and lowercase? No. So I'm going to do S, T, E, M. The stem helps. Well, helps, capital H, lowercase e, L, P, S. It's spelled correctly, but there's some capital and lowercase. I want you to focus on only using lowercase letters. The only time we use a capital letter is at the beginning of a sentence or in someone's name. For right now, the stem helps, I'm going to do my space, helps I'm going to read it again. The stem helps the. This is a sight word that most of us know without ever having to use anything to help us spell it. That's just one of our tools that we have in our mind. So the is T-H-E. And it's all capitalized here. Well, that's not what we need to do. We need to do lowercase t, H, E. I'm gonna do like my turtle. The stem helps the. Sounds good so far. The stem helps the plant. There's a blend that I remember when we learned blends. Plant. P. Remember, all lowercase letters. P, L, lowercase a, N, T. Okay. The stem helps the plant. Oh, well, I still have to fix this part of this sentence. So let me try. The stem helps the plant stand tall. This looks like stand tall. stand and tall need to be separated. I forgot to put a space there, but that's what you're gonna go back and fix if you see that in your writing. So let me try to fix it on my makeshift easel here. The stem helps the plant stand tall. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Am I finished, boys and girls? Do you see anything that maybe I could fix still? The stem helps the plant stand tall. Oh, I remember. I forgot to put a period. I always have to end my sentences with a punctuation mark. Okay? So make sure you don't forget that. So I want you to remember, stretch out your words. Just because I've spelt all these words correctly on this sentence doesn't mean that you're going to be able to do that. Remember, we're not experts in the beginning. You can make your own sound boxes at home to help you sound out words, to tap and touch. Like if I said cat, I'd say k-at, k-at, cat. I could make a sound box, excuse me, it's upside down. 4 boxes, and I could say drop, drop. And I could practice writing those words by using my sound boxes. Those are some ways to stretch it out and talk like a turtle. So you do not have to make a new writing piece this week. You could use your old writing stories that you've been doing over the last few weeks and find a few sentences in there that you know you probably should correct. And then you go back, use all of the tips we've learned and gone over again today, and I bet your sentence will end up being beautiful. So after you do that, I want you to take pictures of it. I'd like you to record yourself, video it, and send it back to us, Seesaw, through email, or just take a picture if that's okay, of your before sentence and your after sentence, so I can see the difference. Now, I also want you to remember, over the last few weeks, I have shared the writing checklist with you, and it tells you many things of, did you use spaces between your words? Did you use that word wall to help you? Did you put punctuation at the end? Are all capitals used to begin a sentence instead of lowercase letters? Refer to that checklist and I'll have it attached to your lesson. You can also, as you finish up your writing piece, if you want to add a cover sheet, which I will attach this week, to make your cover sheet for your story tie in to make your story ready to be published. Okay, boys and girls, well, I've had a great time with you here today, and I hope that I can see all of your work. All of your teachers in kindergarten are ready to see you and see all of your beautiful writing. Have a great week. Bye, guys.